Breaking news. Former US President Donald Trump has just made a fiery statement, calling on the Pentagon to prepare for what he described as vicious military action in Nigeria. This shocking message has already started a storm of reactions across Washington, Africa, and online. Trump's comments reportedly came during a private meeting with senior defense advisors, where he expressed frustration over rising instability and violence in parts of Nigeria, including terrorist attacks, kidnappings, and threats to American interests in the region. He allegedly told Pentagon officials, "We're not going to sit back anymore. If they can't control it, we will. And it'll be vicious." This statement echoes Trump's familiar America First tone, one that often blends strong rhetoric with unpredictable foreign policy moves. Experts say this could either be a serious military signal or just Trump's way of putting pressure on the current administration to act tougher overseas. But for Nigeria, the message could bring serious diplomatic tension. Officials in Abuja are already warning that any foreign intervention would be viewed as a violation of sovereignty. Meanwhile, reactions in Washington are split. Some conservatives praise Trump's tough stance, saying the US must protect its citizens and global assets. Others, including former Pentagon officials, call his comments reckless and dangerous, warning that vicious action could destabilize an already fragile region. On social media, #TrumpNigeria and #PentagonOrder are trending, with thousands debating whether this is leadership or provide analysts remind us the Pentagon can't act on Trump's words. He's not in office, but his influence remains powerful, especially among military loyalists and right-wing supporters. If Trump returns to power, some fear his approach to Africa could be far more aggressive than before, one that prioritizes force over diplomacy. Whether this is political theater or a serious warning, one thing is clear. Trump's words are shaking the international stage once again. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Hello and welcome. Today we unpack a dramatic moment in US politics. Newly elected New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani sending a direct message to former President Donald Trump and what it could mean going forward. Let's dive in. First, some context. Zohran Mamdani has just won the mayoral race in New York City, making history as one of the youngest and the first Muslim mayor for the city. At his victory speech in Brooklyn, he pointedly addressed Donald Trump, saying, "Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up." And he added, "If anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him." This was not mere rhetoric. It signals the start of what may be a very public and intense relationship between Trump and the new mayor. Why is this significant? Donald Trump has long held a strong base in New York. It's his home turf. But Mamdani is coming in on an explicitly progressive agenda. Tenant protections, labor rights, immigrant-friendly policies. For example, Mamdani pledged to hold bad landlords to account and to end what he called a culture of corruption benefiting billionaires. On the other hand, Trump had previously threatened to withhold federal funds from New York City if Mamdani won. So the message from Mamdani to Trump is part political posture, part direct challenge. Let's examine the 4 words. Turn the volume up. What does that mean? It can be interpreted several ways. 1, as a provocation. We're going to be loud. We're not backing down. 2, as a signal to his supporters. We are now in a fight and ready. 3, as a warning to Trump. You have national reach, but we have a city, we have people, and we're mobilized. Mamdani followed up with, "To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us." This sort of language frames the conflict not just as between 2 men, but between 2 political visions. In conclusion, this is a bad start, not only for the relationship between Trump and Mayor-elect Mamdani, but perhaps for how federal-local relations will play out for New York City. If Trump proceeds to exert federal power or withholds resources, and Mamdani counters with his progressive agenda, expect this to become a high-stakes showdown. For viewers, keep an eye on how funding, immigration enforcement, housing policy, and local versus national power dynamics evolve. The dialogue that began with "turn the volume up" might just get louder. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more updates on US politics, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.